We start our broadcast with a question. What is the pandemic doing to our children? Not from a physical health standpoint. We'll talk about hospitals later on in our program. We're all taking a mental health hit right now, and kids are no exception. Think about the changes in schooling they've had to endure and continue to deal with today. Several districts in our area were forced to cancel classes or adjust learning for at least part of the week last week because of a spike in coronavirus infections among students, teachers, and staff. Rest assured, the Omicron wave is still crashing into schools. The impact over the course of this pandemic is palpable and even measurable. A recent study from the National Bureau of Economic Research showed school test scores fell sharply in 12 states since 2019. Math scores dropped 14%, reading scores 6%. Researchers say the impact was felt the most in districts with more remote learning and in schools with a higher percentage of Black and Hispanic students.
It is sort of simultaneously the case that districts with more vulnerable students are less likely to be in person, and they suffer more in terms of their test scores from not being in person.
Other studies now suggest similar results. So right now, school districts are in an unenviable position, balancing the need for in-person schooling with the reality of record sicknesses and absences. Administrators in a number of local districts couldn't get classes together if they wanted to last week because they couldn't find enough substitutes to pick up the slack. And here's the thing, many couldn't really use remote learning, this fallback method educators crafted and endured early on in the pandemic. It's just not a sustainable option to get them through this wave because politicians have tied their hands. In Kansas, there's something called the 40-hour rule. It's a state law now, packed into a budget bill it passed last year. Districts can't offer a student more than 40 hours of remote instruction per year. That's a work week. Schools could potentially lose funding if they try to teach kids by going over the limit. Now, there are exceptions for individual students, but no blanket teaching allowances. We asked Governor Laura Kelly about the measure earlier this past week.
Clearly, that's not enough, and we're seeing the results of that now. Instead of kids having remote learning, they have no learning, and I think they do really need to revisit that statute and do it very quickly.
So the governor wants action. Meanwhile, administrators in a number of districts are doing what they can, trying to balance the needs of our kids while walking this line. And again, some districts shut down because of this. And remember, teachers are struggling to shoulder much of the burden, too. Joining me now to get to the heart of this matter is Sherry Swans, president of the Kansas National Education Association, a major teachers union in Kansas. Sherry, this feels like a battle on several fronts right now.
Absolutely. Our educators are overwhelmed. They have high standards and high quality for our students. I'm proud to be a product of Kansas Public Schools and been teaching here for 25 years. Our educators are being pushed beyond any bounds that we've ever had. Tired because they walk in to their classroom after planning and planning, and then everything's turned around. They may have a double class. They may have half their students gone because of the pandemic. And there's nothing they can do to remedy the situation because of the lack of substitutes and the lack of emergency substitutes.
Right, as we've seen over the past couple of weeks. We talked a little bit about the 40-hour rule and just heard from Governor Kelly. Here's what a Republican backer of the bill last year, Senator Kelly Warren, had to say.
Well, the good thing about Senate Bill 40 is it did leave it up to each individual school district to be flexible and to determine what is needed at the time and how to respond.
So Sherry, help me out here. How does limiting remote learning options provide flexibility for these districts? Feels like it doesn't.
Well, the flexibility is per student. So if one student goes beyond those 40 hours, then the district does. But as a whole, and we're seeing numerous teachers out and students out, it's not by school, it's student by student, individual student learning.
And that's hard to do when you have entire schools that have to try to flip this switch right now.
Absolutely. And we're finding that 2 of the 4 second grade teachers are out because of COVID. And then there's no substitutes and no emergency substitutes. And so what do we do to continue? We do what we always do.
We know Missouri's Attorney General, I know this isn't your state, but I'm curious what you're hearing in the education family here, is now pledging to sue these districts that are trying to stay open by putting mask mandates in place. What are you hearing right now about this?
We listen to the CDC. We listen to the Kansas State Health Department. I know that our Commissioner of Education meets weekly with our superintendents and multi times per week with the Kansas Health Department. So our teachers want to have the students in their classroom.
Sure.
Whatever way, and masks are a great mitigation.
Do you see more districts implementing mask mandates across the state of Kansas? Because you have this disconnect too, where you have different rules in urban areas versus rural ones.
Everyone's different. And that's why the local control and listening to the county health department is so important.
Is it frustrating that it's all different though? That there's not one blanket policy? Because it's apples and oranges, it feels, throughout the state.
And throughout the state, I have a friend in western Kansas in a very tiny community, and they have 10 students in her particular class, and so she can very much separate them.
Right.
And so the mask mandate may not be applicable there. So every district is different.
$1 million question. What do you need right now? What do your teachers need?
Support. Teachers need the community to come together and let them know and take a stand for what's right, to keep our students and our educators safe. It's not just the classroom teacher, it's also the food service.
Right.
It's also our custodial staff. It's also our bus drivers and our secretaries. We're in this together, and our administrators. I know administrators that have been in classrooms for the past 2 weeks. They still have their out of classroom time that they have to do the administrative. So the new KSDE special TEAL is, I don't know if you've heard of that, but that is very temporary, because I will, and KNEA will always stand for the highest quality educator in every classroom.
All right, and we hope this situation is temporary too. Sherry Swans with the KNEA, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.